Hello and welcome to the GenGAMEcast for Thursday, April 23rd, 2015. I am your host, Kevin O'Rourke. Tonight joining me on the podcast is...
George Picard.
And remote via Skype.
Sam Corn.
And the man who does nothing.
Yeah, you could say nothing all you want.
So nothing. All right.
So nothing.
I'm Trevor Knight. Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show, everyone. How we doing tonight? We doing good? Having a good time?
I think we're doing all right. Yeah.
Ready to talk about some games and stuff?
Games and stuff.
Okay. Well,
Games
let's...
and stuff is pretty good.
I'd like to talk about how this is the lowest I've ever listened to that song, the intro song.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my ears are usually bleeding at this point.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah.
I get
No,
that's okay. I mean,
save the ears.
yeah. But it's good. Nostalgic for sure.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So let's get into our first segment for the week. We do this every week. It's the What Are You Playing segment. We go over the games we've been playing for the past week. So, George, I'll start it off with you. What have you been playing this week?
I have been playing more MLB The Show. Got new patches. Well, a new patch with plenty of updates. The updates were great. One of the coolest things that was updated was a little glitch where if you had one strike and there was a ball in the dirt and you check swung and they called you out on the swing, for the second strike.
Oh, that's weird.
You would just strike out and just walk to
Oddly
that.
specific.
Yeah, it was just like if you were checking your swing and you went around on the second strike, you're out. So that was a good little
Such
change.
a bad swing. It's worth 2 strikes.
Yeah, it was just worth 2 strikes. I mean, it was in the dirt on like a 0-1 count. Like, probably lay off it,
Yeah.
Just get out of here. So yeah, but basically most of the show, a little bit of Hearthstone with some of the newer cards from this week's expansion. I've been fooling around a little bit. I've only played 2 days of ranked this season, and I'm like ranked 12 right now or something like that. I don't know. I'll probably play a few more days and maybe get to Legend, but we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sam, what have you been up to?
I've been playing World of Warcraft, obviously. Final Fantasy 14.
A what?
A couple friends got me into playing that.
Cool.
GTA 5.
Yep.
A stupid amount of GTA 5, and I'm actually starting to get kind of burnt out on the multiplayer because it's super repetitive.
Have you done any of the heists yet?
No.
All right, I was gonna say that.
So then you've missed the entire best part of the multiplayer.
That's like the whole point.
So GTA 5 and then Hearthstone.
Okay.
Oh, and we did some Halo 2. Trevor and I did some more Halo 2.
We're close to the
God,
end of
that was a
one.
disaster.
We're getting close.
What difficulty?
Oh, we're like
We're playing
halfway
on
done.
Legendary.
Okay, I thought so.
course.
Okay, right.
Put me down for
No,
Halo 3.
we're not close. We're like halfway done.
That's good.
I thought you were halfway done last week.
No, we thought we were farther than we were last week. We were on mission 7 out of 15, and now we're on mission 9 out of 15.
No.
The end of the game has some longer missions, so
So you're actually
prepare to die.
40% complete right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're getting there. That's pretty good.
It's all
for
right.
a first time playing
It's supposed to be
through
challenging, yeah.
on Sam's for
Well,
Sam's
we
pace.
did not know that if you co-op with on Legendary, it's like having iron on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough.
And if you don't
Not
have iron
easy.
turned on.
Well, the thing is, in Legendary, if you die, you go to the beginning of the level if you're playing by yourself.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's...
I really don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
I
I haven't
I went
tried
back
it.
and played it, and yes.
On Master Chief Collection. I haven't tried it. Yet.
They changed it on MCC, though.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's last checkpoint now.
You just start the game over. They put you back to Halo 1 because they can.
You just die in real life, Sword Art style. It's just, that's it.
If you die in the first mission, it sends you back to Halo 1. You have to get out of the Pillar of Autumn. That'd be
That's
great.
awful.
So, all right.
That's it for the week, though, Sam. You've been.
I mean, that's a lot of games.
yeah,
That's
that
a
is.
lot
That's
of-
quite a few.
That's
It's more
pretty
than me.
sizable amount.
Trevor, what about yourself?
Well, I've been
GTA
playing
5?
some GTA 5, some Halo 2. I played one game of League of Legends.
That's one more than I've played the past
Yeah.
month.
That's one more than I played the
Actually,
past
no,
2 years.
I played two. I won one and lost one, both by sizable margins.
All right, so not fun games. I like it. Hour and a half wasted.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds like why I don't play anymore.
Yep. But other than that, a little bit of Actually, no, we didn't play Perfect Dark last week. because we had some equipment malfunctions in the studio.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
Someone spilled some beers on the N64.
No,
Nah, because then it would have went on the N64
Oh yeah, it would have
holder.
went on the tray here.
yeah, that would have
Yeah.
went on the
PlayStation 4 tray.
yeah, would have exactly the wonderful PS4.
So what happened? I missed out on
Um,
that.
One of the HDMI cables died. So when I was trying to split the signal out, long story short, the signal from the TV over there to the studio computer over there just wasn't having it.
I have a kind of strange question. Of all of the crap down here, the one HDMI cable died and you couldn't just replace it with another one?
Well, we only
There-
figured that out after about a half hour of troubleshooting.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So we figured just cut
They
our
moved
losses.
some couches,
Right,
swapped
right,
some
right.
controllers. But the first step, you blow in the cartridge,
Did,
that usually
did you
fixes
yeah,
everything.
that usually does it.
right?
That's for
that
sure.
fixes it.
Well, we were playing on the Xbox 360, so
So did you blow on
Did
the
you blow on
cartridge?
the cartridge?
Did you
Like-
give it a shot? God.
To
I
at least
guess
like lick the
Just-
disc.
Did you set it to Wumbo?
You guys don't do that.
well, we did. We did
Lick
set
the
it to
disc.
Wumbo.
I've done it.
Just
Good
kidding.
old.
You gotta get
So
the
we
bust
tried
dust.
it.
Wumbo.
You gotta get
Yeah,
the
you
dust,
tried
the
Wumbo, it
dust
didn't
off
work?
there and the
Okay.
scratches.
Yeah.
Just fill them up.
Yeah, I like it.
Ew.
Get the disc cleaner, aka
that
just
stuff
The disc
didn't
grinder.
really work that
the
well.
disc grinder. Yeah,
You just shave it down. You get like
Yeah,
a
you just
sander,
shave
like
the
some
disc.
sandpaper.
absolutely.
That's how you ruin your games.
Yeah,
10 out of 10 would ruin game.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
right.
So let's guess what I've been playing this week.
Gee,
Uh,
you got
So-
I
me.
mean,
Kevin.
Kevin's
last
played
last
Pil-
week
Pillar
I
of
played
Eternity.
Pillars of Eternity
Yeah.
and DBZ Xenoverse.
So Kevin is still playing Pillars of Eternity, and he is now playing.
Xenoverse.
Oh, Xeno. Okay.
It's the same two games.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, okay. Great.
Trick question.
Damn.
I
I was
the
gonna
same games
Yeah,
because
because that's what you do.
know that's what I do.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten much further in either of them too.
I was
which is
gonna
bad,
throw in.
so.
I was gonna throw Dynasty Warriors in there because that's
No,
a fair.
you
That's
know
always a
what?
fair get.
I put that on the shelf.
Okay.
Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires and Majora's Mask 3D is like on the shelf right now.
Wow.
So
Now, have you finished Majora's Mask 3D yet?
I have not finished it first playthrough. So here's the scoop.
First playthrough of Majora's
Here's-
Mask or
here's the
first
real-
playthrough of.
Of
Majora's
3D.
Mask 3D. I
Okay.
played Majora's Mask through and
Okay.
through.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Zelda Dungeon Marathon related. I have played it during that marathon. It crashed on me. Never playing it on GameCube again.
Great.
But
Yeah.
I will be playing Link's Awakening.
Confirmed?
Confirmed.
Nice.
I will be playing. I haven't played it before. I'm gonna see how well I can master it between now and the,
'Cause there's
certain
some stuff
event that
there-
happens in the summer.
There is some stiff competition over there for Link's Awakening.
I'm hoping to inherit it. We'll see what
Ah.
happens.
Inherit.
Well, you're gonna have
In
to
order
fight.
to
you're
order
gonna
to
fight
open
for
up
it.
games. I mean, I will say on the agenda for Legend of Zelda games that I will probably play in this year's Zelda Dungeon Marathon. Hyrule Warriors is up there. We're not going to be able to play through all of it, but I will play a little bit. I want to play the Zelda board game, and I do want to play some Tingle's. What is it?
oh
I
God.
Freshly-
posted it before. It's like Tingle's freshly picked
Rosy
Rupee
Rupee Land.
Land, and the other one is like
I want to just go to Sam's camera real quick just to see the face palming that is not happening right now. There it is.
So like, are you playing Zelda 2 as well? Or
no,
oh,
No,
Zelda
we have
2. No,
we have two really good Zelda 2 players that
I
will
can't
play.
play Zelda 2. I have Zelda 2 on NES, and I've
Dude.
played it, and
Really?
it's just like
I mean, it's just.
it's like playing Castlevania
it's
2.
just
I just
really
can't wrap my
bad.
head around it.
Yeah.
Not
Remember, are
fun.
you gonna win your race this year?
If I have a race, yes.
Did you like bitch out and fall asleep for your race last year?
No,
No, that
what
was 2
happened
years
was that. All right, so last bit about Zelda Dungeon Marathon with Trevor.
Actually, I have one more bit after
Okay.
you're done.
Well,
and then we're
my
done.
last story. We played Ocarina of Time, 4-player race or whatever.
Yeah, this is 2 years
And
ago.
this was 2 years ago down in Mississippi. And I don't know what happened, but some game got pushed back because something ran. It was Skyward Sword.
Skyward
Sword threw off everyone because it took us like 16 hours to get through
Yeah,
the
that
game because it
was-
was so bad.
Yeah.
Miserable.
So it messed up the whole schedule by like 4 hours.
4
so
hours. It was
when
like
when we were
6
supposed
hours
to
out.
if we were supposed to yeah it was we were supposed to start not Skyward Sword. We were supposed to start the 4-player Ocarina of Time race. Trevor was playing it on 3DS, and I was playing it on GameCube,
Yeah.
and someone was playing it on N64. Another person on GameCube. It was Josh on GameCube,
Yeah.
and Jordan played it on N64. So we were like playing it at midnight. We were supposed to finish it by midnight.
It was supposed to be
We were
done.
playing
It
at
was
8
so,
o'clock.
actually, no, it was supposed to be done at 1 a.m.
Okay, so 8 o'clock to 1 a.m. We started at midnight, finished at 6 a.m. Ridiculous.
Right.
It was probably even later. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
7:30 maybe. Stupid. That's not going to happen this year. What's your bit?
So this
move on.
year there is a lot of talks happening between me and some of the other staff members on kind of what we're doing, and we're gonna try this. And I don't know how far we're gonna get with it, but there's the potential of having like 2 different sets at the marathon. So we're gonna have the primary stream, which is gonna be like what most people will watch, and then a secondary stream, which will be like the overflow channel, and like for like other fun stuff.
Like the board games.
Like the
and
board
Hyrule
games,
Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors. Actually, I don't know if Hyrule Warriors is going to get a primary stream or not, though.
Oh, okay.
Hasn't been decided.
Zelda's
But
Adventure.
yeah, all the CDI games will be relegated to that
Yeah.
stream.
I'd like to play a CDI game.
And,
Not all the way through, but a little bit.
I'm fighting to actually get the secondary stream on the Gen Game channel.
oh,
So we will be carrying it here.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see what happens.
the entire studio will be moved over to Chicago for the week, so you
So
might
you
as
figure
well.
the channel may as well go with it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's fair.
But we have a crazy setup plan for it. It's going to be insane.
Cool.
Sweet.
So while we're in this studio and we're not in Chicago, let's talk about our first discussion topic. So we have 2 planned for this week. But the first one I wanted to talk about because this hits home with me. Early access. I know everyone has an opinion on early access, so I figured we'd share the link to the Killing Floor 2 page on the Steam store. So on April 21st, there were 2 important games to me that came out: Killing Floor 2 and Trine 3. And I love the Trine series, and I love the first Killing Floor, but I didn't buy the games because I just don't want to play an early access game, and I just wanted to open this up to everyone and say, would you, if like let's say like a series that you really enjoyed on Steam, like would you do it if it was like good studio, reputable people, comes out early access?
So,
Like what if there was an early access like Borderlands game? Maybe not for you. What
You
about,
know,
like, Trevor?
I've played a lot of. I don't know if I would call them early access, but a lot of alpha games and beta games. Like I played Smite when it was in beta. I played Heroes of the Storm when it was in tech alpha.
You see, those games are free though.
But they're not though, because they've got premium
But this is
premium
a
transactions.
purchase game.
That's true.
You're paying for it.
So I mean, at the end of the day, I dropped $25 on Smite, and I dropped about $40 on Heroes of the Storm in alpha.
That's cheaper.
Yeah,
than
but you
buying
never
these 2 games.
had to
Right.
play those games.
So,
The
but
other
I mean, I could
games-
still equate to spending money on a game that isn't even done.
okay. And
The thing about Killing Floor 2 though is that it's damn near complete. But I'm just gonna wait. I think I will wait. It's a special case because the game looks incredibly polished.
Yeah.
We've
I-
talked about it. We've shown it off. on the
We've
show
shown the
before.
trail,
We've seen it.
the
We've
gameplay.
seen some gameplay. We've watched some stuff. It looks damn near complete, but I'm going to wait until it's out.
and the
Officially out.
reason is you don't
I-
want to play through a game.
They're going to
and then
wipe
get,
perks and stuff like that and your progress at least
Right.
once. They've already wiped it from beta to
Right.
early access, so I don't want to invest
So
my
wait,
time
wait,
into
wait,
it.
wait.
and
Hang on. This game had a beta, and now it's going to early access.
Not beta, but like internal.
Or was it?
Internal
Okay,
stuff.
so it's playtesting.
Yeah, there was a few people like QA people that were like outside the company that played it as well. Outside of Tripwire.
Okay. 'Cause I was gonna say like, there's a lot wrong there if they went to beta and now
Yeah,
they're
and
early
then-
access. Because I thought that's what early access was for, was to sort of crowdfund your beta.
Pretty much, yeah. And I just don't want to do that. Like when I buy a game, I want it to be finished. I want to be able to. And this is what happens with games that are released too. I don't want to harp on Pillars of Eternity because it's a great game and I'm having a blast with it, but you see single player games like this and they get patched and they get really big patches. And I'm lucky that I don't play games as much because I don't have as much free time. But if I had a more available schedule and I was playing these games,
Mhm.
I feel like I'd be kind of pissed that I'm getting this experience, and his stuff needs to be patched, like Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Like if I had more time to play that, and it just
You'd be
it
mad.
was the way it was, and it was like that's what I was looking forward to the most because games are the most important thing to me at the time. then I'd be super pissed.
Yeah.
I still am kind of pissed because I went out and bought an Xbox to play that.
Right.
Some
and
other
it
games,
doesn't work.
but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But and that's not early access. That was a release
that was-
game.
yeah.
That game released last November.
Yeah. Still doesn't work.
And Killing Floor 2 looks more complete.
I mean, I
Then again, the scope of the
Hate-
games are completely different.
hate
That's
early
true.
access.
Okay.
I love these studios too. You know, like it's such a shame to say it.
To me, early access is they treat it like a beta, and charging people to play a beta is not.
I think it's wrong.
I feel like the best example of an early access game that I enjoyed the most, Minecraft. That was before early access became a thing.
But the thing is, like,
That was just a beta
It was a pre-release purchase, but the
Yeah.
game was like it was there. It was a functional game.
Killing Floor looks functional.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know why they're even calling this early access. It looks done.
Well, and the early access games, are they less money? Does it cost less, or is it the same as the release
You don't-
price?
You don't really know.
Because
You know,
if it's
like,
the
they
same
could-
as the
they could
release
up the
price,
price.
if you look at how much does Minecraft cost? I don't.
I don't know how much it is right now. I think it's like 20 something bucks. Trevor bought it for me like 10,
Okay.
like forever ago.
Yeah, that's how much I paid.
When
for mine.
if you
I'm
bought Minecraft in the alpha when it first came out, it was $8.
Right.
Holy crap! It's $27.
Yeah.
But you're taking a gamble on a game like that too.
Yeah,
No
but
name
I'm just
developer,
saying, like, if
weird
you're gonna
game.
do early access and you're gonna charge for it, you best damn not be charging the full price for the game,
I mean,
because you don't have a full game that you are selling the person.
I will
at
say
that point.
I pay for EA early access, so I actually pay extra money to get EA games early.
I'm sorry.
No. I mean,
You only get them.
I'm okay
you only
with
get
it.
them like a week earlier.
Yeah,
than
one
the
one
release.
week early, and
That's
I
a little
pay
different
for it.
though,
Like, I guess.
right? Because you're
I mean,
getting like I'm
they're-
sure the game is finished and good by that point, but
Ah,
I'm sure
yeah,
there's
yeah.
patches
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
too
there's
that
still
have to go
patches
into the
and stuff,
game.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about EA. They have a tendency to ship games that are absolutely broken.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's our
they
next.
do
idea
that
there.
sometimes. Yeah. But I don't know. I've had a
I mean,
lot
have you
of,
bought
like,
early access games? Like on Steam?
No, not on Steam. No, I haven't. So
Has
I don't
anyone
know.
here?
I have not. I've stayed away from
Minecraft?
it.
Yeah, Minecraft is the best example. I just don't want to get burned on a game.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does. Yeah, exactly.
But it's just like it's
If it's-
pulling
There's-
at me because it's trying,
If
and I
it
love
costs,
trying.
if it costs at least the same amount as it will cost post early access, I don't think that it's ever worth to get the early access.
Well, and
You know, like
there's been some disasters with early access.
like
Yeah,
what?
there's been some games that are just left by the wayside. I can't think of any, but I know Terraria was kind of left. Although that was the full version. It was just kind of left to be
Wasn't
updated for like a year.
what was it? Was it Pixel Piracy that was the one that was really messed up?
I don't know
I'm
offhand.
not sure.
I don't remember off the
That's
top
the
of my head. There
game-
was one
the
game
game that I
that it
kept
just
getting
straight up
coupons
did
for.
not work in the early access, and then they just left it in early access forever. And when they decided to do the full release, they hadn't even patched out
Are
most
you
of the issues.
are you thinking of Starbound?
I-
Are you
Did Starbound
thinking
have a
of-
lot of issues?
Are you
Starbound was like the
thinking of
Terraria
DCU
game.
Online?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking about?
Hang on, no. He's thinking of the Master Chief Collection.
There we
Yeah, right. Man, I got that game. That game is still in beta.
Hey, if you want, you can buy Pixel Piracy right now for $250.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think that's what game it was.
Okay. The one with the
It
pirates.
was
Calling it
it was
out.
in early access, and it just didn't even work.
There you go. So $2.50, you can get a broken game.
Was it Air Control? You ever seen Air Control?
No.
No.
It's like we don't need to talk about it. Closing thoughts on this though. I don't know. We're like anti early access. I just,
You know,
I think
it depends. At the
it
same
depends
time,
on the
it's like,
developer, but it's like these are great developers.
like for example, Killing Floor. Like they have a history. They delivered a good first game. They've got a great history behind them.
but they had a bad launch with Red Orchestra 2.
yeah,
It was terrible. You didn't even have to play the game to know that it was bad. So it's like it's pros and cons with them,
yeah.
But you know, it's a developer that's eventually going to get it right.
of course. So that's why I'm waiting.
So
For them
I'll
to
let
get
the
it
other
right.
people do it.
Right,
exactly,
yeah.
Test
it's
it
an
out,
option.
play it.
It's there. I think it's good that there are flexible options in the market for players to get into games at different states of development. So it's worthwhile.
As anti-early access as we all seem,
Mhm.
I think it's good to have the option, and these are the developers that are doing it right. I think.
I mean, the people that are
mean-
playing early access are beta testers, and they are going to
Yeah,
help
it's-
you in the long run
That's
after
true.
they
It's-
patch the games.
Yeah,
quicker.
I'm not damning them.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm
I agree.
Yeah,
It's a great way for indie developers to beta test their game without having to pay people to beta test their game. They're getting paid to have people beta test their game.
Which is why early access is so popular.
right.
Because there are a lot of independent developers now.
But it's also why I don't see the purpose of these mainstream games with the large studios even having early access.
Yeah, no.
Like
I mean,
for
that's,
Tron-
Yeah,
They're
like,
not that big
Earlier,
of studios, though.
yeah, but like the games look
Frozen Byte's
fine,
gotten a
and,
little bigger.
and they're gonna be. They're not indie games that are gonna cost $10 to $20. Like these are games
Yeah,
that
no,
are
these
gonna
are
cost
like-
$60.
yeah.
Like, you know.
And you're talking about
Store-bought
studios
retail.
that have
Yeah.
Try
people
more.
that are permanently on staff as game beta.
Yeah,
as
you're not
beta
talking
testers.
about like a couple guys in a basement.
Right. Like we
We're
really
doing
need
a
your
podcast.
input. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I live close to EA Tiburon, right? They are constantly looking for permanent full-time staff positions as game testers.
Right.
You have to have
It's-
quite a bit
It's
of dough. to
constant.
dish-
It's
dish
shitty
that
pay.
out for
It's like
people.
$10 an hour, and your hours are awful.
But a couple guys in a
but-
basement can't pay $10 an hour. They can't even pay it to themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's labor of love.
Yeah.
So let's move away from this. Let's talk about how I totally called it last week.
Yeah.
So I'm right. You can all bow before me. Yada yada. So last week we talked about the new Star Wars Force Awakens trailer, and then the next day we got the Star Wars Battlefront trailer. Some details about it. I think I said that it was coming out November 17th. Heard a rumor and an inkling about that. Yeah,
He did.
that's all there
That's
is
all
to
there
it.
is to it.
So
Yeah.
I was right.
And I said that if it comes out November 17th, it's
gonna
gonna
be
suck, and
terrible.
I'm still betting money that I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm on Sam's.
Believe me,
Fine.
as right as I am, as I always am, I agree. No, November 17th is like we haven't seen
Practically right around the
we s-
corner.
We saw the trailer and we still have not seen gameplay.
Good.
They
But-
did show gameplay at that event to the people that were there
They
on
did,
media
right,
passes.
Yes. So we, the
We haven't
consumers,
gotten to see it.
have not seen it because we weren't invited to the event. I mean, they must have just shuffled the, things and got them lost in the mail.
Right. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
happens,
I
yeah.
was ready to be there, but they must have just lost my
yeah.
invitation.
They had a very large tattoo bar there. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see
It's
that
very
actually.
cool.
No, it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Star Wars Celebration itself looked pretty neat.
Yeah.
It was cool to see the panel of the Star Wars Rebels people.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool. Some Steve Blum action. Your boy Sam.
Your boy Sam.
Big fan
They
of
got.
They have some good voice actors.
There
for
was
that.
a little bit of information about the first Star Wars spin-off movie.
I did not catch
Yeah,
that
that-
actually.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rogue One. They're calling it the first Star Wars anthology movie. It's a spin-off. It's about Rogue Squadron.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, we
Uh,
talked. That was a rumor that we had heard. That's
yeah,
right. I
no.
do remember
Well,
that.
no. It
But now
was.
it's
They said they
confirmed.
were doing,
Confirmed.
spin-off movies.
Put
Right.
it in the books. But we kind of have a beef with Star Wars Battlefront because some other details came out about the game, and I don't know if we can pull this up on screen. We have a nice checklist from good old Imgur of
Yeah, the
what
good old Imgur checklist.
what was in Star Wars Battlefront 2 and what has been announced so far for Star Wars Battlefront.
And Star Wars Battlefront 2 published exactly 10 years, or released 10 years before the new Battlefront.
Okay.
It was released in November 2005. Battlefront's November 2015.
I think the big thing to note here is no space battles.
Yeah.
The campaign will not really kind of
Kinda
exist. It's
be-
going to be just
yeah.
like mission-based things, which Battlefront 2 is pretty much like that. You followed the 501st Legion. They attached some of a story, some movie cutscenes in.
It's the Titanfall approach.
Yeah. I want to say it's more like the Brink approach. But,
Have you
Um,
played Titanfall?
I
No.
have not.
Well,
I
they
have
said
not.
there's going to be like single player missions, but it's not like a campaign.
Yeah, so it's like
Right.
random objectives strung together in a level.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Battlefront 2 was,
Yeah.
with less structure. The one thing too that was I thought was
There were a
was
lot of
pretty
one
crazy.
things.
Yeah. Well, like the one thing that popped into
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mind
yeah.
pretty much because my mind is so scattered all the time, as we all know. There's no
There's no instant action.
there's no instant action. There'll be some similar thing, but there is no. I can't think of what they're called. The Clone Wars era. There is no separatist. There are no clone fighting
Is that
fighters. There's no units for them.
Mhm.
So it's just the Republic era, Republic versus Empire, which makes sense, I
mean-
guess, because it's going to be tied in with the movie
Mhm.
and stuff going forward. But man, like that's half the game right there.
The biggest thing that jumped out to me was in 2005 on PC we had 32 versus 32.
And now
would
we
think-
have 20 versus 20. You think it
Yeah.
would be better?
so like?
Right? And
Wha-
part of the thing that makes Battlefront is just the scale of the battles going on, you know?
Isn't 20 enough?
I mean, it's 40 players on the server.
Like that's fine, isn't it? Is there anything
I mean-
wrong
I
with
never
that?
really
it
found
depends
servers
on
that
the
had
map
that many
size.
people.
Look at Battlefield, right? Look
Yeah.
at Battlefield 3 or 4. 20 versus 20 on some of those maps is just not enough.
So maybe the max.
All right, so here's a good example. Let's go back to Battlefield 2, a game that really
Game that I
broke
never
the best
played.
game.
broke it open for
Really
the
good.
Battlefield series.
Yeah.
And you could play 32 on 32 on Gulf of Oman, which everybody played. That was the demo map.
That's where you start.
That's where everybody.
That's where you started
learned the
dropping your
game.
balls
Is
on
that your
people's
blood
chin.
your blood gulch there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your essentially your Blood Gulch Battlefield. And
Started flinging poo. at people.
32 on 32 on that
Grenades.
map was so insane you couldn't breathe on that map.
Right.
Like
And it was
just
fun?
made no sense. It wasn't even fun at 32 on 32.
Oh, okay.
Like if 16 on 16 was great for that map. So I think like 20 on 20 I want to see where they're going with this. Let's see some
Let's see
E3
some
I think
freaking
this is-
gameplay,
I
man.
think
Yeah.
this is an extreme
But
overreaction.
you have
to
to
a
remember
checklist.
part of
This
what made
It's just the
Battlefront
best way to group
Battlefront
it.
Yeah, no, yes.
was the feeling of chaos of being in a giant, large-scale battle.
In Battlefront,
You know?
yes. Even if the AI was a little dumb.
So maybe
Yeah,
the
we
map.
I
don't
love
even know
blasting
if there's
those guys.
going to be AI.
No, there's bots confirmed.
No, not
Single
No,
player,
there's
not in
bots, but
multiplayer,
there's
though.
no
Not in multiplayer
confirmed AI
yet.
in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Well,
You can play against bots, but they didn't confirm whether there's going to be AI in the multiplayer. When they were asked,
they're just gonna stay
No.
around.
You know why they're hesitant
There
on
was
that?
AI in
Because of
Nightfire.
how bad.
Yes.
This is
Nightfire
why.
bots were
This is
okay.
why they
They
were
weren't
hesitant
that
on
good.
saying that. Do you know what the reaction was to bots in Titanfall? Oh, these things are useless.
Yep.
And they don't want to They don't want to catch the flack for that.
Honestly,
Yeah,
when I think of bots in a multiplayer, in a large-scale multiplayer, I think of Titanfall, and then I think that that's bad. I don't want to tie anything to that game. Nothing. I don't know.
Yeah.
People didn't like it. So, like, why would they like it in this game, you know?
well, I mean, when they were asked, they responded no comment.
Okay,
So they
well-
didn't confirm or deny. They just said
Maybe
no
it's
comment.
something they're still playing around with
Right.
internally.
Or maybe it's something they're looking for the community to, like, make a decision.
I guarantee you, they're going to gauge the polarization of the community and say, "All right,
Yeah.
let's do this."
Yeah. So you guys said no bots? Okay, no bots. Oh, wait,
All
you
right,
want
no bots.
them? All right, we'll throw them in.
Top-
We need to check the
Toggleable-
checklist.
Yeah, check the checklist again. Yeah, nope.
2005?
Bot.
Wait,
Okay.
no, it's 10 years.
Yeah. I think that there can still be chaos in a 20v20.
Of course.
And-
it's a lot of people.
And you have to think that maybe these maps are smaller, and maybe they're more detailed, and maybe that's the reason why it's 20v20 instead of 32v32. Also, you have to think of time spent waiting to find a match, and how much it decreases when it's 20v20. Instead of, 64 players looking to play each other.
Yeah, but
Which
it's
is why
EA,
bots
so I
fills in the
assume
group.
that it'll start matches without a full server, like Battlefield does, where you can have 4 versus 4, and it'll start a server when it's supposed to be up to 64 players on that server.
I
mean-
used to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I think 1, but I think mostly 2, on PlayStation 2 online, and it worked pretty well. But you
God
could,
bless GameSpy.
yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
A moment of silence for GameSpy.
Holy crap.
Pour one out.
Sorry.
Not in
but-
the studio.
Oh, okay.
You might start a fire.
GameSpy.
I used to play it online a little bit, and you could queue up with people, and it's like 5 people, and maybe you run into them a little bit in the matches, and it mixes things up because they force you to do different stuff. That was fun. I like that.
I think
You had bots to contend with also.
to just assume that EA is going to screw everything up is like a little bit. You can't do that.
Well,
I
people
mean,
are like
I feel
casting
like
thunder down
the
on them
the
right now.
biggest thing with the bots was the feeling like when your team got momentum and seeing that huge surge of guys pushing forward towards the
Yeah.
enemy.
They really kind of spurred you on. Then they just drop dead.
And then you
Yeah,
start
but I mean-
questioning your placement on the
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, they running down one corridor.
I just want Family Guy mods. That's all. If they could put the Family Guy mods in there, and
Han Solo,
I'd be
but
okay with
Peter
that.
Griffin in the
but
coat and
but as
everything.
Chris and
Yeah,
that'd be
Chris
great.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
That would be great. We need
probably
that.
probably not gonna happen.
But no, it's not moddable.
Because it's unconfirmed
Yet.
if it will be
Yeah.
moddable. That's what I was actually getting into with that. That wasn't
and-
just a random outburst.
And I want to say, is it too? Yeah, it did sound kind of random.
Yeah, no, I was tying it in.
It was a good segue.
Is
Yeah.
it too early to damn the game if we haven't seen
We
any
haven't seen
gameplay?
anything.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's too early because EA has a track record.
My God.
Of what?
Well, not only do they have a
Releasing
track
games?
record, they've already confirmed to have cut features that were important to a game made 10 years ago in a game that's supposed to be a
I mean,
reboot.
it's a different
Galactic
game.
Conquest?
Is it possible that features in a video game from 10 years ago are no longer important 10 years?
Galactic
after?
Conquest was awesome,
Galactic
and they're
Conquest
cutting
was
it?
a lot of fun. Battlefront 2, I didn't really enjoy it that much though. The first game I enjoyed it more, where you could just nuke the planets.
Like, how are
Death
you
Star.
making a Battlefront
So the
without
other-
Galactic Conquest mode?
So the other thing is, these games are obviously costing a lot of money for developers to make, and I think developers have realized how much content they actually need to put in a game for people to buy it. And this might be the threshold. This might just be like, all right, we need X amount of maps, X amount of campaign, whatever, if
Missions.
it is missions, not even campaign, yeah. And, they're throwing you some free DLC. And maybe that's enough to sell the right amount of games that they want to be selling. And that's
if the big problem that I see coming from Battlefront is, okay, the game's gonna have a solid launch. It's Star Wars, it's EA,
Yeah.
it's DICE. You're gonna get the money. You're gonna get a guaranteed number of sales.
absolutely take my
Now,
money.
what happens when you've got like 3 months down the line and nobody's playing the game anymore?
You already made your money.
More DLC?
Good
yeah.
for you.
Well, now
Run
you're
away.
what are you gonna charge for the DLC? Like
You're just gonna hope that the game is
Absolutely,
good
EA
enough
gonna
to
charge
play.
for the
You already made
DLC.
your
I
money.
guarantee there's going to be a Battlefront premium, just like there's a Battlefield premium.
I feel like with a property like Battlefront though, like there
Oh,
has
you
to
mean with Star Wars?
yeah, it's. I think they gotta be a little bit more aggressive with DLC, and just release more of it for free. Keep players interested.
But they won't because it's EA.
Or they won't because it will cost them money. Not like, a lot of companies won't do that,
Yeah, but I mean, EA is like the king of DLC.
They like making money. I
Yeah.
can't blame them.
Well,
I don't know.
At the same time, they're catching tons of flack for a game that's not even out yet.
Yeah.
That's from the gaming community, like the people like us, the hardcore people.
Yeah, the casuals are still going to go out and buy it.
Of course. Look
The
at
Star Wars fans are just going to buy
Yeah, but the
it.
thing is, if it's this loud, and we've just seen a trailer,
That's
seen a trailer.
That's
that.
that's
It was
just-
in
and-
engine.
That's just like class.
And the developers came out, took an assault rifle, pointed it down at their foot, and just held the trigger down. Like,
I
the
wouldn't-
casuals are gonna find out.
It's
I
just
wouldn't go
classic
that
overreaction.
extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, they could just say, "Oh yeah, JK, we got like a bunch more maps." They're obviously not going to say like, "Fooled you, space battles are in." Like that's not going to happen. But
No, but like,
I didn't really like the space battles anyway. I never drove around in the AT-AT.
Well, you
It was
couldn't.
slow.
You,
It was slow. I don't like
Get
it.
in there, get some action, get some points, be Darth Vader, slice some guys up,
There you go.
I mean,
play your way.
the
That brings me to my next
idea
point.
was like piloting an AT-AT was
That's-
something that everybody wanted to be able to do in this game, and they're like, there's one game mode where you can do it, but it's on rails, and then the other game modes you can't pilot them, and they walk on a pre-programmed path.
On one map, Hoth. More like Kolth.
The Star Wars puns are very real.
think that's a Star Wars: The Old Republic one.
Great.
If you mixed Hoth and Tatooine together, you think it'd be a hospitable, nice place? No?
No,
It would just probably be a mess,
Yeah.
actually.
I feel like
You're trying to play something. Crickets.
Yeah, there they are.
What, more like Kolth? That's funny. How'd you find that quick?
Because he's Trevor,
Yeah, that
the one that
queued up.
doesn't do anything. See, he just looks up soundboards. That's it. That's all he's doing over there.
Yeah, I'll
So-
wait till E3 to make my
All right, so we're
my
not.
verdict on
So
this
what's
game.
the deal? We're not officially just dumping all over it. Or
we are.
Okay, we've
Half of us are.
half of us have.
Sam, are you
have
dumping on the game or no?
unbuckled our pants and are just dumping on.
I
That
already said if
on-
it releases this November, I think it's going to be a steaming pile of shit.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to prove Sam wrong. I cannot wait.
No, I want the game to
I
be
have-
good.
I have faith in
I love
EA.
I
Battlefront.
would
I-
love
I
for
kinda
this
don't.
game to prove me wrong and be amazing. I do not see it happening.
That's the sound of us moving on.
Is that a gong?
It is.
Okay, the gong
I
says
was actually wondering
move
what
on.
that
Oh, but what was your point? You were going to say something.
Oh no, it's okay.
That brings
It's
me to
for
my
later
next
on.
point.
Don't
Okay.
worry.
All right, that's fine. So for this next bit, we have let's get into news because we don't take breaks anymore because we're too cool for that. New Total War announcement. Cool stuff. If we could maybe
I think
Bring up
we
the extended
can
trailer,
bring
or
up
is that
a bit of
okay?
the trailer? Yeah, we could bring up some of it. We're gonna replace Sam's screen though, so we can.
that's fine. So we could talk about it as it's going. It's mostly pre-rendered cinematic stuff. But yeah, Total War Warhammer just got announced yesterday, not today.
That's your screen, George.
I was waiting.
Musical chairs here with this,
Yeah,
with this trailer. Looks cool. Not really a big fan of the Total War games. You guys play Total War at all?
I have.
It's more of an
Not
Age
a
of
lot.
Empires
I'm
guy.
kind of surprised this is happening though.
So this is something that you guys may not have known about me, but I used to be a 40K player. Played fantasy, all this stuff. Played Total War. Big Games Workshop guy, actually.
Wow. So this is your
Pretty excited
thing right
about
here,
this,
yeah.
actually. Yeah, I actually have a new army for 40K. I don't play, but I just paint the figures.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
yeah.
I'm actually really surprised about this because we already have the Warhammer 40K RTS game.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that they're letting somebody else take over one of their, part of the Warhammer franchise and make a strategy game.
Very
when they're
lore
already
heavy.
making strategy games out of the Warhammer 40K franchise.
They canceled a couple of things that popped up
So-
for Warhammer, though. If I
so,
remember
like-
correctly, I can't name them off the top of my head.
Like,
Sorry, I was cutting you off.
Games Workshop is still very much involved, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not like out of the, it's not like going to ruin the lore or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I would hope that
Just
they
gonna
would
be
stay
fun.
involved.
No, yeah, of course.
So otherwise, you're just gonna have somebody running around with the franchise, just like,
Yeah,
we're gonna
it
make
just-
things up.
Yeah, we're just gonna screw the story, forget about the thousands of years.
Oh, yeah, it's a fighting game now. Deal with it.
It's actually an MMO first-person shooter.
Holy crap. that'd be
There
so
was
awesome.
a Warhammer MMO.
Yeah.
It died very quickly. It was
Yeah.
actually a really good game. It just the community didn't last.
Because they all played WoW. That was the thing.
Exactly.
They should have just played this instead.
But
I mean, cinematic looks really good. This
That's
obviously has
cool.
nothing to do with the game
No,
at all.
yeah.
but
I
it looks
mean-
good.
I mean, yeah, it
Like I
does-
said,
it does look
I'm just
good.
surprised that Games Workshop handed off to another strategy game to somebody else. I didn't say it was a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just kind of surprising because they already have a studio making strategy games out of their,
The
content.
problem I always have with these Warhammer games is like they never include all of the armies ever. It's just like a very select few of the armies that they want in the game, and that's it. Not like different factions or anything. They don't get into details ever. So I'm kind of hoping
It's like having a
there's-
sports game without the Yankees.
It's like it's like having a sports game, but like you just play as the AL East. Like, we don't need all the American League East teams. We just make an all-star team of them, and that's it. We're done. Like, we just have Chaos Marines. We don't care who they are. We don't care what else they do.
They can play the Yankees.
They're just the Chaos Marines, and they'll play, against the Orcs, and forget it. They're just idiots. They're just green idiots, and they're just Orcs, and none of them do anything. I don't know. So I'm kind of hoping that there's more flavor
Just an
and more in
announcement
here.
thing, so
Yeah.
we'll see more as it
Well,
rolls out.
Yep.
The first RTS that I really got back into after Age of Mythology, when I was in high school, a buddy of mine got me to play Dawn of War.
Okay.
One of the things that got me back into PC gaming.
I mean, that was a good game. So
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
So.
Cool.
Yeah, just
Cool
an
stuff.
announcement.
I'm surprised about that with you, George. I did not know that.
Yeah.
We're all surprised.
There you go.
I'm
you
in
guys
shock.
all have. I even have a.
So in
hold on.
shock, I
Here, wait.
can't even think about what I'm going to say for this next game, but I'll
Oh,
just do it
I
anyway.
could do it.
I'll do it.
All right.
Heroes of the Storm, otherwise known as HOTS, will be
The
launching.
other hots.
Will be
HOTS.
launching June 2nd.
The most important HOTS.
Enter the Storm,
The more
Which is-
more profitable hots.
which is
the more HOTS.
confusing because the date schema for this makes it look like it
Yeah,
came out in February.
But it's a European.
But yeah, it's a European date.
If you probably go to the NA site, there's a
Probably. It's probably just flipped. You see it photoshopped. But we
wow,
do-
look at that. I changed it to
Is it?
US and
Oh, that's great.
presto changeo.
So yes, it will be coming out June 2nd. I thought it was a typo when I first read it. Actually,
This is
And there you go.
it's one of my Tyranids.
oh nice. Oh,
yeah.
good paint job.
Yeah, with the grass. And the dirt
As
and everything.
George,
Yeah.
George, hold that up to the camera.
I
Sorry,
think
the
we
guy
really
that
can see
posted
it.
Is that
the
like-
link where I got
It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah,
The
it's kind of
stories
hard
have been
to see
European.
that. But that's one of my Tyranids in my new army.
When did you paint that?
Like a week ago.
Pretty recent.
That is very recent.
Just,
It's
random-
gonna
random
go
hobby of mine.
into
Nobody needs to
the
know about.
beta's going
That
out
is-
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's the secret's out
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, not
Open
bad at
beta
it.
from May 19th onwards. So
up till the release.
So can I NA this crap? Oh, broke
So
something.
what is
US.
what does the release yield?
it's
Just
just
more
Yeah, like, that's what I was
people to
wondering,
play
actually.
as,
Yeah.
more options. Can you buy different color skins for your
Yes.
guys? Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
You
So
can
like,
buy
was it like
skins
$6 a
right
pop?
I
now.
think the second more important thing that we should talk about with Heroes of the Storm, maybe not more important, but equally important, is Heroes of the Dorm, which got its television network announced. ESPN
That's
2 will be where you can pick up the action from the semifinals on, which is pretty big for esports.
That's pretty awesome.
Can you give us a
So
synopsis
it's
on what
actually
that
going
is?
to air on
actually?
ESPN?
Yeah, on ESPN 2.
$450,000 in tuition and other prizes up for grabs.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a
so
lot of
pretty
tuition.
much.
That's a lot of tuition.
Yeah, it's pretty much a full ride at
And-
most
We
schools.
we had heard that Blizzard was going all in on making Heroes a competitive game, which is kind
Which it
of
can't be.
counterintuitive because it's
Can't be.
not a competitive game.
But it will be hosted at the Shrine Auditorium and Expo Hall in LA. So they're going deep
Yeah, wow.
on I
Televised
don't
live.
know how big the Shrine Auditorium and Expo Hall is, but I assume it could
Like
seat
50,
like
50 people.
6,000 people maybe. I don't know.
It's probably somewhere between 4,000 and 7,000.
Yeah, that's why I just said 6.
I'm
that's
actually
it.
going to look it up to see what the capacity is.
It's
it's pretty
while
big.
we're looking that up, keep that on your radar. We'll
Yeah.
we'll move on to our next thing, which is I feel like we have like a lot of
6,300.
fantasy games.
Wow,
6,300. That was
almost
good.
nailed it.
Yeah, that was
there
pretty
you
good.
go. Excellent. All right.
So our
Good
next
job, George.
Thank you.
our next bit of news comes to us from Polygon.
God.
Good friends at Polygon. And as I read this, I looked more into it because I was like, oh wow, this is really interesting. D&D is now on Steam, but it's not clear how it is through Steam. So it's through a game through Steam. Confusing stuff, but you can basically purchase Wizards of the Coast D&D pack stuff through a game called Fantasy Grounds on Steam. But I just find it so confusing because if you navigate to the store page for it, you can buy Fantasy Grounds, but there's so much DLC for it, and there's D&D DLC, but there's just so much stuff, and it's so confusing.
Well, it's not just D&D. The idea is Fantasy Grounds lets you play.
It lets you play Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, it lets you
Tabletop
play
games.
any pen and paper RPG pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's what they use for roleplay.
So like,
The show on Twitch.
But it's just confusing to, like, do you buy the base purchase, then you buy the expansion stuff? There's, like, a couple things. There's, like, character downloads.
I saw.
Does everyone
actually,
have to have it that you're playing with?
What is today's Thursday? So 2 days ago, I actually saw 4 people playing D&D with the
The rule set for these?
yeah with this. They said that they spent about $200 on it, and they were just like playing, and they seemed to be like pretty hardcore D&D players. I don't know. I never really like played a lot of D&D. Like I
Never
sat,
have.
sat
Always
down
wanted
like
to.
played a game or two, but with pen and paper and like just not this.
Yeah,
But
pen and paper and a bunch of dice.
yeah, I mean they seem to be enjoying themselves. That's as far as
I think
my,
$200 is a little steep.
I mean
for
they're
that kind
pretty
of investment.
hardcore. Like the D&D books cost you like $60 to $100 each usually.
Wow.
So like
they look
they're like
really
hardcover
good, though.
books.
Yeah.
They're like nice. Yeah, they're full of lore. But so yeah, I don't know. They seem to enjoy it, and that's the only thing they buy though. And then they're done, and then they get the
That's good.
yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, if you have a bunch of friends that you want to continue a D&D campaign with, and
Right.
everyone moves away, which I'm sure some of the older gamers
Yeah, of
that
course.
watch this could relate to.
Right.
Seems like a sound investment, but I just don't know what the base
yeah,
investment is. Sam?
I mean, I was talking because we actually before I saw this last night, I was talking about possibly joining a virtual D&D game that my buddy Brendan, who's Riggs's partner for his game studio, it has or is starting. And I talked to him today about this, and he says he owns Fantasy Grounds
Okay.
and has D&D. So I mean, he obviously it works pretty well if he's using it, because he has a couple D&D games that he
Right.
has going.
Yeah, it's just the DLC confused me. There's like 100
I
different
mean there's
packs.
just like so
There's over
much.
$1,000 worth of DLC for the
Yeah.
game. So $1,275.
There you go.
81 cents.
Get it all. Scoop it all up.
Yeah, right? No.
Yeah.
One time purchase. Done. Got it all.
Anyone want to play D&D?
Worth it. Yeah.
There you go.
And then all your friends leave you. No, kidding.
I feel like it would be more fun to play it pen and paper. That's just me.
Yeah, it just like seemed a little awkward. Like
Order a
they were
pizza.
all. It was like 4 people sitting down with iPads in front of them, and I'm like,
That takes away from the
yeah, like they're not
the
even
role
rolling dice. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what caught my attention was I'm kind of looking over and I'm like looking at them, and they're all on their iPads, and I'm like, what are they playing Hearthstone? Because like maybe that's what you're doing. And then they go, oh wow, I rolled an 18, and I'm like, what is
it's
going
D&D.
on over there? Yeah, and I like turn and I see they're playing D&D, and I'm like, okay, but like I don't.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
so the core class pack, which is just like the 12 core classes, is $50
Oh.
on Fantasy Grounds.
Is that on top of the $40 purchase of the game?
Yeah, it's a DLC.
So
Okay.
$90.
So that's $90.
God.
Yeah. I mean, that's how much
Which-
you were gonna pay for.
But you don't
it,
need to buy
know.
the book,
Yeah.
right?
Right. You don't. Yeah. So
I
like,
think you need
But
how
there's
many
no
books
physical
do you
asset.
need?
right, but you're
you
not
need,
actually
like-
physically getting anything
You need
get a
like
game.
what 3 or 4 books to actually run a D&D game.
for the most part. Yeah.
And how many? And you said the books are $60 to $100 a piece.
Do you need
Certainly.
4? Really?
You can get cheaper books, but like I feel like the cheapest book
Of
you
older
can buy
rule
is like
sets?
$30 to $40, and like they're like soft back like crappy books
Get
that
a
you don't
digital
want.
PDF version.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That'd probably be the better purchase. I don't really know. You know, I only know like 2 or 3 D&D play groups personally,
Okay.
and I don't like talk to them daily, so I don't know. But
We're very out of
But yeah.
our element with this.
yeah, we kind of are actually, but that's okay.
It's cool that you can get it on Steam, though. I
Yeah.
think the cooler part about it is that
Being able to be playing
usually
from, like,
usually this kind of stuff just gets shut down, and so they say like, okay, we're gonna launch the virtual tabletop.
Right.
Gets put off. Now they're allowing the content to be done through this, so it's,
Right.
it's cool.
bringing us to our next point.
Yes, bringing us to our next point. Kind of related, not so much.
No.
But Valve is letting modders sell creations through Steam, so this is like early access to the next level. Why even?
I don't know. It's selling
Well, why even purchase from?
user-generated content.
Yeah. why purchase through developers straight?
But it's like
you know.
now it opens up Pandora's box. I think.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna allow for one game and not for another game, are the developers gonna get involved? They're gonna say, okay, we're not gonna allow this in our game.
Yeah, it's almost like copyright infringement. If you're
Yeah, what if you're
mods for
selling a
someone else's
mod that's
game?
like Mario character skin?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably right. Just out the door.
There's
not
probably
happening.
some form of review process, right?
Yeah. I mean, you
Well,
would think so.
It seems rather
Right?
unmanaged from what they've
The
said about
the
this.
mods for like Skyrim mods on Steam are definitely moderated.
Their mods are moderated. Well, that's good news.
Like
as I
you
just
can't. There's
hop-
tons of
I
mods
do
you
that once
can't
a-
get
once
through
a shop,
Steam
yeah, once a
Workshop
shop.
for Skyrim.
Okay.
I'm running like 2 mods. Like one of the things, I had a mouse issue that in Skyrim, and the mod that fixes the mouse issue isn't available in the Steam Workshop.
You have to do Nexus mods.
Yeah.
That seems to be most of the mods in Skyrim. Skyrim crashes when I take 2 steps. Don't know why. Different video card, different everything.
Or you may have
Just
mods that are
crashes.
conflicting.
I have 0 mods installed.
Well, there's your problem.
Well, my problem is that the game doesn't work for me, but that's another story. It's actually on sale right now, and you could play it free through the weekend. There's your deal of the week right away.
Just
There you
put
go.
that in there for you.
Yeah.
Sneak it in.
So,
I liked it. Subtle.
horse armor. Is that gonna be a thing? Yeah. Probably already is a thing in there
Probably a thing.
in the workshop. But there's a debut pack of 17 paid Skyrim mods available. So it's a weirdly priced, $28.68. But it looks like the stuff is costing anywhere from like 25 cents up to like $7.
Now, who takes all that money?
That's a great question.
Does Valve
I
get a
would
cut of
assume
that?
Valve
Like,
would
Valve
get a
gets
cut
like
of
a
that.
good
I mean,
cut?
you're getting exposure.
Yeah.
I'm
Through their
sure
workshop.
Valve gets a cut.
I mean, like, is
How
it
much
like
goes to the
30% or like?
Is Bethesda cashing in on some of this
50%? Right,
stuff?
yeah,
You
I-
know? I'd imagine.
Who knows?
Right. No one knows where the money's going. That's a bad sign.
Yeah, where does the money
This
go?
is bad. These are not good things. I mean,
No.
the idea.
You can get a refund
the-
within 24 hours.
The
though.
concept is a good thing, but yeah, I don't know how those refunds are gonna work. You let me
It's-
know though.
There's definitely, I'm calling it now. There's definitely going to be some malicious garbage
Oh yeah.
thrown out through some of these mods, and I think it's going to create an issue.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll see. And so far, this is the first game, so
Yeah.
you have to imagine.
Well, I mean,
Team Fortress 2, Dota 2, other Valve things.
Counter Strike. I mean, Valve's done it in all their titles.
Yeah, and it's been done before with the Team Fortress 2 community-made expansion.
Right.
Electric Boogaloo, right? Boogaloo. That was cool. Cool stuff. We'll see more about it. Maybe we'll report on it in a couple weeks when shit goes bad.
Probably will.
But our next bit of news. You've been waiting. You were waiting so long to do that, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
Our next bit of news. Cue that up again. Square Enix says no. I'm just teasing. Square Enix has just announced that they are having their own conference at E3. Did I time that right?
I think that was pretty good.
That was pretty
Yeah.
good. So save the date. It's going to be June 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific
Standard Time. So like
12
yeah.
on the
Noon.
East Coast.
12 over
Noon
here
in
the,
real world.
In the
So-
real world, yeah.
So we already know a little bit. We have like the sandwich of the schedule so far. Bethesda will be doing their conference June 14th, 7 p.m. Pacific. And now we know that on the 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific, Square Enix will be having their conference. So we don't know about the big three.
Yeah.
We're not sure. We haven't ironed those dates out.
Microsoft is usually day before the show, in the morning, and then Nintendo's usually the afternoon.
But Nintendo's done some different stuff.
Yeah,
They
who
mixed it up
knows
with the
what
Direct.
Nintendo's
We'll see
gonna
what they're
do.
going to do.
So like, what's gonna happen at this Square Enix conference? Just like Final Fantasy 15, like
They're just going to
just
play it for
pound
an
it.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, probably
There's other games.
expansion for Final Fantasy 14.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
Maybe
they can
something
pad it with stuff.
involving one
New
of their
IP?
other IPs.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
think
all-
about it. Like maybe
remember-
What do
they'll
they
pull
have?
a thing
They've-
from Ubisoft,
do they
and
have,
they'll
yeah.
try to top themselves every year.
They do Dragon Quest, so that.
I mean, they also have like
Yeah.
properties like
The 3DS.
Watch Dogs. Not Watch Dogs. Sleeping Dogs.
Watch
Yeah.
is leaving.
Yeah,
Wrong
wasn't
dog.
Life is Strange a Square Enix?
Could be.
I don't know.
I think so.
So,
The
There's
Last
that.
Remnant 2 announcement?
oh god.
Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
I
first
wouldn't- I
thing they're gonna say.
If I were a betting man, I would not bet on that.
Yeah. Good thing you are not. What is going on over there? Just
The quirkiest soundboard ever.
I'm gonna get a physical version of that, by the way.
I don't get any of the soundboard.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
it's okay.
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
You didn't need to hear it, Sam. Don't worry. So yeah, we'll see E3 conference for Square Enix. But what's the deal? Like, I feel like any big company now is just saying like, "Oh, we're gonna do a conference this year. Ubisoft and EA do it, so why not us?"
Yeah.
Is it gonna be bad? Like, we're gonna have so many of these different things.
I feel so bad for all
Yo,
the people that have to go cover these events. Like, all right, gotta go to Square
guys.
Enix now. Up, off to EA. Up, nope, off to Ubisoft.
Hold on. I need to step away for a second, guys.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
We're going to a
Exit
subject
Sam.
that Sam does not
Care about?
care too much about,
Good.
regardless. So it's okay.
I care about this
But
actually.
Kevin does. So
So Halo 3 ODST is set to come out on. What?
I don't even know what that was.
I don't know what
was
that was.
bad.
Yeah.
Sounded like a mortar going down.
Yeah.
Halo 3 ODST is set to come out on the Master Chief Collection next month. I will be getting it for free because I got screwed over with this game.
I feel like I got screwed over with this game too, and I will not be getting it for free. So it's
Really?
kind of,
Wow.
Wow.
Why?
Since I wasn't playing between November 11th and December 19th.
Oh.
No, you played a game.
No, I did not.
What?
No, I didn't. I didn't own
How?
it. I didn't own it.
All right.
I didn't own it until after Christmas. That's when
Wow.
I owned this game. So, like, I got screwed, kind of. I think that's, like, kind of weak. Like, the game still didn't work
No.
then. Like, it still doesn't work. So, like, why
Yeah.
are we just, like, nitpicking, you know, this month and 8 days?
All right. Let's. I think we should just stop hating on Master Chief Collection.
No, I'm not hating on it.
I think we've gotten our quota in for it today.
We
I
have.
I just want free stuff. That's
yeah.
all.
And we all want free stuff, but we
Yeah.
all can't get free stuff.
Yes.
The Relic map will also be coming out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Halo 2 anniversary. So if you're sick of playing those 6 maps.
Oh my god! I can guarantee
Over
the
and over
pros
and
are
over
like, yes, another map.
Yeah. Relic, I don't know. That's asymmetrical CTF is what comes to mind with that for me. So I think that could be fun. It can mix up some of the competitive play.
Yeah.
It should be good. I think I haven't seen what they're doing different about the map or what they're adding to it, like some of the other ones.
Yeah, they usually.
So it'll be interesting.
I
to see
gotta
how
really.
they take.
I want to check out what the
take what they're
interactive
doing.
element's gonna be.
Yeah. Maybe a big tidal wave will come across
That'd be so
the
stupid.
map. Yeah, I know. Tell that to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So rolling through this stuff, I love the link to this site to pastapadre.com.
Love Fox.
So Spike Lee is set to play a big role, quote, big role in shaping the NBA 2K16 My Career mode. Is it mode or campaign
yeah, mode,
or what have
mode,
you?
Yep.
And we all know Spike Lee is a big Knicks fan.
Yeah.
So what do you think his involvement will be mostly?
I have almost no
Think you're gonna play as Spike Lee?
idea. I don't think I'm gonna be
Duncan?
playing as
NBA
Spike
Street Volume
Lee.
2 era stuff?
I don't think that Spike Lee could get up there. But I
He might be
mean,
able to. He's a little old now.
anything Spike Lee's involved with, I think is a good thing. Note, NBA 2K15's My Career mode is probably the best story mode in a My Career in any sports game. It has tons of cutscenes, actual interactions with players, a lot of player voices. I think there are over like 80 actual player voices.
2K takes it seriously.
Yeah, they're really good with their My Player mode. So like, Spike
Especially
Lee
with the
being
capture
involved
and
in
stuff. Like,
2K16.
have you seen
Yeah.
the capture software that they have for some of the stuff that they do? Is
Oh, they do really good
phenomenal.
mocap.
Yep.
You should see if you look at the WWE 2K15 models, which is actually this is not on our schedule of news, but it will be coming out for PC, so that's kind of interesting.
That's cool.
It's gonna be like the first WWE game on
PC?
PC. Like,
That's insane.
ever.
Yeah,
Took
like
'em long enough.
they've never done PC because there just was no market for it.
yeah.
And
but
now there is. It's weird.
The
Yeah,
modders
it's
are
funny
gonna
how
love
that-
that.
Yeah,
shit.
Right,
they
yeah,
will.
oh
Yeah,
my
they
God.
definitely will.
They're gonna be drafts
DLC
fighting.
characters? No way. We'll just make the guys.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, I mean,
but
they've had like
you have your creator wrestler guy.
Yeah. So I mean, like I could
Makes
see like all
SpongeBob
like the.
fight, Kirby
That's funny.
fighting the Hulk, fighting GI Joe. in a fatal 4-way ladder match.
And then
for
John
the
Cena comes out of nowhere.
championship. Yeah. No, the RKO out of nowhere. Randy Orton. That's
Right,
the real story.
Right.
But I don't know. Do you pick up the NBA games? I know you're more
Oh,
of a
yeah.
Madden
Yeah,
player.
I pick up the NBA games the first day
He
they
picks
come
up
out.
all the sports games.
I pick
Okay.
up all the sports games, but 2K is one that I'm always most excited about because of my player mode.
Not NBA Live.
Yeah, NBA Live doesn't exist. It got, it never even hit the shelves.
Yeah.
No, it did.
No, it didn't. 2 years ago when Kevin Durant was on the cover,
yeah.
it didn't hit the shelves. Yeah.
Well, now NBA Live exists.
Yeah, it
now.
did exist last year, but no one purchased it because everyone just played 2K because
It's better.
NBA Live is a joke. It's really bad. It's a shame because it
Connect
used to be the best
controls.
game. But yeah, it used to be the best game. But yeah, no, 2K is really good.
Maybe EA will put out a better game this year.
Yeah, they'll give it a shot.
Are they giving it a shot this year?
No. In fact,
Or did they cancel?
2K16. I think 2K16 is the only basketball game that's coming out. I don't think EA's trying with NBA Live. And if they were, I thought it was gonna be something like free. I heard something like that. Yeah.
Free with a question mark at the end.
Like here. Apparently, last October, they guaranteed, their executive producer Sean O'Brien guaranteed that there would be an NBA Live 16. But if you look at the game, like, it just looks terrible. It looks like NBA 2K10, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Well,
how
when
EA
was that article? That was 2014 in October.
Yeah, this is October 20th, 2014. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna make guarantees. Like, we should see it, I guess.
I mean, with a sports game, like, you can't give it one season. Like, you gotta have. You have to go in for the long haul.
I mean,
you gotta give it 3 or 4 seasons.
NBA Live is not something new. NBA Live started in 1997, I want to say, and went on through like, probably 2008.
It's a good run.
I want to say. NBA Live, and they just didn't. Here we've got.
Now we're getting into like a whole timeline here.
Yeah, we've got.
Is there a split timeline in this?
NBA Live 95 all the way through, and I actually own 96 through
The rest.
the rest. Yep, 96 through the rest. And except for NBA Live 13, which didn't really happen, and the fact that NBA Live 12 and 11 didn't happen, actually just are blank, and NBA Live 14 no one played, but NBA Live 15 was a joke. So I don't know. Maybe it'll happen. I can't think it's going to be anywhere near as good as 2K, but
So confirmed, you can play as Spike Lee.
confirmed
The end.
Spike Lee dunking over LeBron James in
That'd be-
real life.
That would be great.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
But
Sam just came back. He's like,
Sam
I
is
don't know
back.
what's going
Sam's
on.
like, what is going on?
Yeah. We've
So
got
we'll
Spike Lee dunking over LeBron
we'll let
James.
Sam join us in our next bit of news, which is
Yeah.
and
Maybe we
Sam
can-
did have one comment about this before we started. Marvel is announcing they just announced a video game partnership with Telltale Games, and to quote Sam, Telltale is killing it. Am I right in saying that, or you said killing it with movie tie-ins or everything?
Everything tie-ins.
And Sam's,
Well, whatever Sam's
muted,
saying,
so
we cannot hear.
if he could dip his
Sorry,
microphone.
I
That's
was
okay.
muted.
There we
'cause-
go.
Yeah.
Just being
No,
polite.
Telltale is absolutely killing it. They're getting partners with everybody.
Game of Thrones, Back to the Future.
Yeah, I mean, what they got?
Fargo.
Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Minecraft.
That's
now, Marvel. They have The Walking Dead.
What's next? How do you top that?
They have The Wolf Among Us.
You know what they should
They're
do
gonna get
next?
the Gen game.
What's that?
game.
The Gen game.
They
Yeah,
should
I would
do,
totally play myself.
They should get
in
Alan
that.
Wake too.
Oh
Nice.
yeah,
That's what
definitely.
they should
yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Go
the
on.
game that we'll never see.
Thanks, Polygon.
That ad on the side of the website is a lie.
I wouldn't say that.
I think it's cool to see Marvel branching out into different projects, though. I mean, we've seen Daredevil on Netflix.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That is very good.
I love that
I
collaboration.
haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
Get
it's
on it.
good.
That's really
I know,
good.
I know.
Good
I'm
show.
gonna watch it. I've
Um,
heard
It's not one for the
Benny.
squeamish. Though,
Benny
I'll tell you that
has
much.
been all
Yeah.
over it.
I
Rightly so, actually.
It's really good. Yeah, Benny's not normally right,
Yeah, but
But when he
actually-
is right, he's right.
When he's right,
Yeah.
so are 1.5 million other
Yeah,
people.
so is everyone else. So, anything else?
no, it's just
Telltale's just doing the right thing here.
it's happening.
Scooping them all up.
But the first game out of this collaboration will be coming to unspecified platforms in
Oh, so, like-
2017.
Oh,
so
we've got tons of information.
maybe more at E3.
Yeah.
I really hope they explore like some of the darker Marvel comics.
Like
Um,
Spider-Man Reign.
I mean, I'm not super familiar with comics, but I
It was
know
pretty
there are
much their
some
take
that are
on Dark Knight. It was
that-
terrible.
explore a lot more like adult
Like Daredevil.
themes.
Which you haven't watched. Once you watch Daredevil, you'll say, yes, this is what they should try to aim for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darker characters, maybe like the Punisher.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just darker characters, even some characters that we know. Like there have been versions of
Spider-Man.
some of the guys on the Avengers that are just like,
Ant-Man beating his wife.
yeah, well,
Multiple personality disorder. Some dark turns,
That's a
and
thing.
Hawkeye dies like 6 times. He's like the Krillin of Marvel Universe. Crazy stuff. He becomes blind, or no, deaf at one point too. Crazy. But what's even crazier? Terrible.
That's all.
That was a really bad transition.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
worst.
but whatever. Actually, it is kind of crazy because I didn't.
Is it? Is it crazy?
It's crazy to me because I forgot about it.
Wow.
Xenoblade Chronicles X. There will be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Well, on the Nintendo site, they usually just post a link to it, but it's nintendo.com/Nintendo.
They're pretty good at advertising
Direct.
for
Yeah.
themselves. Yeah.
And they're going to actually be playing some of the game after the fact on the Nintendo Treehouse.
That's kind of cool.
So if you want to check out some more gameplay of that, some more details, check out the Nintendo Direct tomorrow and some gameplay afterwards. Should be
Yeah.
good. Actually, pretty excited about this game. Seems pretty cool. Didn't play the other Xenoblades, but yeah, cool stuff. All right, so Sam, I'll pass almost the rest of the show off to you because I might as well be speaking another language when I say this stuff. Esports.
All right. So the first thing we have here, it's kind of sad news. High has stepped down from the starting League of Legends lineup for Cloud9. For those of you that don't know, High founded Cloud9. They came from the challenger scene, and when they qualified for the North American LCS, they immediately became the best team in North America, and they made North America have an international presence. They went 29-3 in their first split,
It's pretty good.
on the way to winning 3 straight splits.
So what's the future for High now?
He has been named the what is it?
Well, we should go back and let's go back to 2012. I think that's probably the proper place to start with this, where the current Cloud9 roster was released from Quantic Gaming, and they were kind of caught in limbo because they were on their way up. God damn it, Kevin! God damn it!
I like esports. Let's talk about esports. Esports.
The esports.
You're gonna
bear.
block the esports bear.
All right.
So
Good
they-
old esports.
They were in a bit of trouble, and they linked up with the owner Jack, who ended up basically managing the team for them and making sure they had the support, and the organization was Cloud9, and the rest is history from there. And it's good to see that High's going to get into management with C9 and manage their other properties. They have a very successful Halo team and Smash players and Hearthstone players, and
Yeah, he's the chief gaming officer.
that's a title.
The
Chief
CGO.
CGO.
Yeah, he's
More companies need that.
So his
Yeah.
duties are acquiring
What are
new
you applying
talent
for? The CGO.
and teams,
Yeah, I should apply for it.
help bringing in new sponsors and maintaining their sponsors, and then also helping to mentor players in, growing the brand and whatnot.
Mhm.
High has been the captain of that team forever. He was the shot caller for the team, So he was the one making the decisions on, their strategy in game.
A lot of mid laners do.
No, very few mid laners do.
Okay.
There's only 2 mid laners in North America that are shot callers for their teams.
Me and Sam.
And that's High and Link.
Okay.
That's it. So, it's kind of a big hit for them. He said in his statement that his wrist injury, which he's had all season, would only allow him to play one more split at best anyway. So, he took this time to step down.
Getting Tommy John. Calling it.
As
think
far
that's a
as North
shoulder
American
injury.
League of
Yeah,
Legends
there's a-
goes,
yeah,
this
there's-
is huge.
Yeah, I mean, this
You know,
is the poster child of like the biggest team in North America.
The
most popular
well,
right now.
TSM's probably bigger.
Yeah,
The
the
second
C9
biggest.
fanboys are really piling on. They're
More
they're
importantly,
on the
the
bandwagon.
C9 fangirls are piling on.
Yeah, the C9
Yeah.
fangirls
But,
way better than the TSM fangirls. So they got him beat in that regard.
Yep.
But
he
they didn't
I
announce their new
mean-
mid laner though.
they're holding a tryout. They have 2 players that they're trying out. One is Yasui, who played for the Cloud9 Challenger team. That whole team got suspended by Riot.
Good.
And he's off his suspension.
Sounds like
The
a
other
good
player
candidate.
is Incarnation, who was permabanned by Riot and just recently got off his permaban. And coming off
Didn't
his
know that-
permaban, he
that
got
you could do
number
that.
1 on EUS
Just
Challenger.
scooping him right off of death row.
Yeah, that's
Huh? Just
that's like
they
getting.
were innocent.
That's like getting
Now,
a
let's
life
have 'em.
sentence.
Yeah.
But then they're like, nah, you're just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, they reviewed
Him and
him
Aaron Hernandez should've
basically.
got the same
He was
lawyers.
accused of having DDoSed people.
Oh.
The proof was kind of shaky. But he was also like a toxic dickbag in solo queue.
So they got him on the toxic dick bag, but they couldn't nail him on the DDoSing.
No, they still the DDoSing was part of why he was banned. In the official statement,
Why
they
was
said
How does that
you
hold up
know,
in the court of law?
I feel like
It doesn't matter because it all goes to arbitration.
I feel like that's completely irrelevant when it comes to team play. Like, why should a player be banned for being a dick in solo queue? Or, like, even DDoSing, because, like, at the end of the day, his solo queue rank has nothing to do with how he plays on a team.
Well, at the
Well,
end of the
but
day,
it's
when you're a
TOS.
professional player playing in the Riot Games LCS, officially sanctioned by the developers of the game, you need to follow the TOS,
Whatever.
exactly.
I guess so.
and that's why.
No, he actually came back. He was a coach for SK Gaming.
Until Riot said no.
And, he coached them during Worlds
Pete
last
Rose
year,
kinda
where
deal.
SK
I was just gonna
surprised
say that.
a lot of
I was
people
I
at
was
Worlds.
thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No Hall of Fame for him.
Sorry, we're making sports references,
Yeah,
esports
it's-
references, and
it's
they're pretty
the-
close.
It's the only way that me and George could cope.
Yeah, we're really trying.
All right. Let's
More,
get
more
let's
esports.
bring it a little bit closer to general gaming.
Yes. Okay. Good.
As Azubu loses 3
Yeah,
major
it's like
partnerships in
economics,
one
actually, not
day,
really.
Yeah.
and this
can
is
wrap my head around this.
huge for
Uh,
for Twitch and really bad for Azubu because Fnatic, Rockcat, and Enemy Esports all signed contracts with Twitch and basically saying, "All right, Azubu, see you later.
Can
At
you?
this
We want
point,
viewers."
At this point, like all Azubu has left is Faker.
Can you break this
No.
down in layman's terms for the non?
So
These are the
Azubu is
non-smart
essentially Twitch's biggest competitor.
Okay.
They're
Aside from
focused.
MLGTA.
They focus mostly on international teams, but they've had several major U.S. teams on them.
Now, the big difference between Azubu and Twitch is Azubu is a closed platform, so only certain personalities you'll find on Azubu.
Right. Not anybody can make an Azubu channel. Counter Logic Gaming used to be on Azubu. Curse used to be on Azubu. Until, fairly recently. Yesterday, like Trevor said, they lost 3 teams, 3 organizations that had major teams. All 3 of these have professional League of Legends teams, but Fnatic also sponsors other games. I'm pretty sure Rockcat does as well. and they are moving all of their people off of Azubu and onto Twitch.
So is this kind of like a sweeping coup d'état of stealing these players or these organizations away? Is it like sour business?
Usually, so the way this usually works, Azubu usually offers better pay than Twitch does. But at the same time, viewership is lower on Azubu.
Because it's more niche.
Right. It's
So
more
niche,
niche,
if you will.
I'm showing you all the
more
live
people
channels
just
on Azubu
kind
right
of
now.
gravitate
many
towards
is it?
Twitch.
1, 2, 5, 8, 11, 14,
That's 42.
19.
So
So 54.
I mean, it's
thought you
good
were
for these
counting Rosa
people
three,
that they're
so-
going to get more exposure on Twitch. The players, they're going to be getting more viewers.
But the money just isn't there.
But at the same time, well, we don't know if they'll make more money because the change in viewership numbers could just make up for the amount of money.
Right. So like these are contracts, and then they get their viewership numbers on top, obviously. So they have
Right.
incentive to bring in viewers. It's not
Of
just
course.
like sign the contract, guaranteed money up front, and
Just
don't
do what you
perform.
want.
See,
or just, like,
this
don't,
is
yeah.
the problem with any upstarts. You have any big streamer is going to stick with Twitch if they're on there and they're making money because they don't want to take a risk and lose their money. So
There's no reason to.
get all that talent onto a new
Switch
platform,
everybody over.
you
to it.
have to sign them to a guaranteed contract. Say you're gonna make this amount of money every month, no matter how many viewers you get, and then get
Well,
a
that's
bonus
not
on top.
necessarily true because for at least one game,
Well, that's what MLG's doing.
Well,
they're
that's-
not signed to contracts. They just get better CPM. They're not. They don't get a base amount of money.
I wouldn't
the
be so
CPM is
sure
just-
about that.
That doesn't seem to make
CPM is significantly
that
higher.
doesn't seem to be that doesn't make any sense because the risk of losing your entire viewer base is probably not worth whatever that increased CPM is. Like there's no
Well, you have to think for MLG there wasn't really that much of a risk because every major event was gonna happen
Twitch.
in MLG anyway. So the people
Yeah.
that were watching Call of Duty had to watch MLG.
right.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
anymore.
But
not-
then again,
yeah,
like
but now it's on
MLG went after they signed Idra, for example.
But Idra also said he made more money on MLG than he ever did on Twitch, and he was getting significantly less viewers.
Yeah, but he also probably got a nice signing bonus, guaranteed.
Get that Doritos Mountain Dew sponsor, right?
That's
All
absolutely
the
what it
Doritos
is.
Mountain
Doritos
Dew
3D,
money.
right?
3D
Yeah.
Doritos, yeah.
Jalapeno.
So is Twitch losing money by doing this? Do they care? And what is this going to do for the rest of the streaming community outside of Twitch?
I think it puts less pressure on Twitch to innovate,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's the biggest concern. I mean, you've got Hitbox, who's like surprisingly not dead, but that's
Yeah.
like they're like one copyright fiasco away from just going under.
After the VOD
The
controversy,
VOD apocalypse,
yeah,
if you may.
with Twitch, where stuff gets muted if you're playing copyright whatever's, and then the purchase by Amazon.
and
Hitbox
then
was like,
the reduction
"Go
how
to
much
us."
your VODs could be.
yes, that's right. Hitbox was like gaining tons and tons and tons of
And then
people
most
streaming.
people went back to Twitch.
Yeah, it kind of evened
Yeah.
out
I
once
mean,
everyone was like, "Oh, wow,
Hitbox
that's really not
is
that
an
bad."
awesome platform, but the viewership isn't there.
Yeah, no, it seems great. It seems like a very, robust set of features.
Yeah.
But this channel, speaking from experience, the Gen Game channel has seen moves to different platforms, and those don't always go so well.
For the time
Endgame,
being-
they don't go very endgame well, very good. Endgame, the end.
Thank you, Endgame.
Yes. Yeah, bad times.
For the most part, right now, I can say we are sticking to Twitch because we have a nice enough system in place where we get our transcoding, we get our VODs, we get pretty much everything we want, and
Yeah.
some money on the side. Not a lot, but it's there.
It's there. Thank you, Twitch.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Twitch. Hashtag thanks, Twitch. Name is title of the GenGAMEcast 75 stream. All right. I think we're wrapping
yeah.
up with the best news.
The esports news.
The best
Just
news.
kidding.
Yeah,
the
the
next
best news.
The next bit of news.
Yeah, this is just
Yes.
the best.
Which is awesome.
This also can be coupled with the best Instagram post of the week.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, hands
by
down.
far. This is fantastic. If you guys have ever played Tony Hawk before and may recognize the Guerrilla Radio song,
I can't play it, unfortunately.
that's okay. It was also our intro music.
yeah.
If you paid attention to that 8-bit.
Hang on, maybe we can
Yeah,
line
let's
this up.
splice this together.
Maybe
Can I
maybe we
mute
can do it.
Instagram videos?
Yeah, you can mute Instagram videos. You there's a.
Is there a
Maybe.
mute button somewhere?
I don't know.
Am I
I don't
missing
gram.
this?
I usually just Instagram on mobile, so I don't really know. But you can kind
Should've
of see
planned
what's
that out.
going on
It's short
there.
enough to just play it.
Yeah, you can kind of see what's going on there.
Ever pick a character in a game?
Yeah, ever pick a character in a Tony Hawk game? This is what happens. And it's pretty sweet.
All right. All
Good
right.
sync up.
That was awful.
But that comes from Tony Hawk's Instagram.
Yeah.
And
That's,
it's cool how he's just leaking out, like, not even leaking, but
It-
just
it-
like
it's-
That's
teasing.
it's actually Rob Wooten dressing as different skateboarders, even though he looks exactly the same because you can't mistake that beard.
Of course.
And
That chest hair too, man.
yeah, and he does a really good job. It's really funny.
Oh yeah, it's funny, and it's Tony Hawk 5. Like, come on.
Yeah, right there. The point. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope this is a good Tony Hawk game.
Do you know who did the point in the Tony Hawk game?
Surprise! It's all
God.
connect
That is Jeff Rowley. Jeff Rowley did the point.
at the screen.
You
Yeah.
know,
He also was the one wearing the backpack.
everything that's been like shown so far is like
And he did-
almost an obvious throwback to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater era,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can we go back to 4? 4 was where things were really good.
The
Two-
last
two was
the last
really
good
good.
Tony Hawk game was probably what, American Wasteland?
I liked Underground.
That's pretty
Underground
good.
and
Underground was
Underground
really
was a lot of
good.
fun.
Underground and American
Yeah,
Wasteland were
Still very
both.
arcadey.
Underground was amazing, but American Wasteland came after.
Honestly,
came
I
after
really liked-
Underground.
Yeah.
I really liked Skate 3 more than I like Tony Hawk because it's Tony Hawk, but Skate 3 was the most real of the
No, but
of the
it's
skating
like
games.
it's like you can appreciate both games though.
Yeah,
you can.
Like
I like the
I like
arcadey
playing
stuff
I like
more.
playing Gran Turismo, and I also like playing Need for
Burnout.
Speed.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's fair.
Maybe not the newest Need for Speed.
I
but-
must I must say at the end of Skate 3 I was a little disappointed because the game sticks to just realism and you're gonna
Actually
learn how to
skating.
ollie and you're gonna learn how to kickflip and it's gonna be challenging whatever.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the end of the game, you're in the X Games doing 1080s and I'm just I don't understand where the realism is anymore.
Yeah.
We could barely get to
Triple
900. It's
backflips.
1080s are very hard, but you're doing 1080 double kick flips and insane things that you only do in Tony Hawk and I was just
Yeah.
You lost.
1080, I mean, people are pulling 1080s
Yeah,
on
people-
skateboards now.
Yes, but it was a joke. You were doing an ollie 1080. You weren't even on a half pipe. And
God.
yeah, you were going off a quarter pipe. Yeah, let's just 1080. What are you doing? It's like a fun box. You're yeah, 720, no problem.
Easy
It's
peasy.
no, that's not how skateboarding works. That's not how physics work.
In Skate 3, that's how they work.
In Skate 3, near the end when your character was insane, that's how it worked. But,
yes.
but
I think the most arcadey thing ever is
the Tony Hawk
you
sack
guys ever
tap?
do any of the flatland stuff in Tony Hawk's Underground?
Oh God.
Yeah.
You could infinite combo
combo.
forever.
Yep. That was classic.
All right.
Classic
The
stuff. All right,
Christ
so
air was just the coolest thing.
I'm getting a bunch of waves and hand gestures from Trevor. I think he flipped me off a couple times.
I think
So
that
let's,
definitely happened. Yep.
Let's that's just adorable. So let's give our deal of the week, and then we'll sign off. Tell everyone where they can follow us, and just
Call it a
go
night.
home, call it a night.
Yeah.
So this week's deal of the week, I mentioned it before. You could get Skyrim on sale for $5. It's free throughout the weekend too, and there's another game on sale that I mentioned there also. Shadow of Mordor is also on sale. But the biggest thing I think is this roguelike game sale. And if you're looking for games to play here and you like some roguelikes, definitely check out, and I saw it here before, Risk of Rain. 75% off. It's $250. It's a lot of fun.
I
a lot
mean,
of fun with
Shadow of
multiple
Mordor
people.
for $25 is
That's a
worth
great
every
deal,
penny
too.
and more. That game's
Yeah.
worth full price.
But in terms of the roguelike sale, yeah, definitely check out Risk of Rain. Haven't played FTL.
If you haven't gotten Rogue
Binding of
Legacy,
Isaac,
374 is a good price.
Yes. There's a ton of good games here.
For the price of a cup of coffee, you can get yourself some really good games. And for the price of a Starbucks latte, you can probably pick up 2 or 3 of them.
Probably right.
God, it's so
quality.
sad that I get those every day.
That's
terrible.
bad. How do you have any money?
That's a bad habit, Trevor.
It is.
That is,
No,
you gotta
well,
kick that.
it's an expensive habit.
Yes, it is. All right, so that just about does it for the show. I am your host, Kevin O'Rourke, and joining me, George. Where can they follow you on the internets?
Find me on Twitter at George Picard. You can find me on BattleNet at Gold and Green 1412. And you can't find me on League because I haven't played in a month.
Oh, Sam, where can they find
it,
you
Riot.
on the?
Wow.
Sam, where can
On-
they find you?
On Twitter at @x_Raven. On Twitch, twitch.tv/cross-eyed_arena.
Cool, playing some Halos and all that. And Trevor, where can they find you?
Well, they can find
Internets.
me on the interwebs at twitter.com/themags, over on the twitch.tv/GenGame channel, or occasionally poking my head in on Sam's channel at twitch.tv/cross-eyed_arena.
Cool.
Whew, man. Got
And
through that one.
I am your host, Kevin O'Rourke. You can follow me on Twitter at Shabazzle. You can also follow the Gen Game channel, or the Gen Game everything, I guess, on Twitter. Mostly this podcast, though. But you can follow us at Gen Game. You can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/GenGame. And you can subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/GenGameNet. So from the entire cast of characters here, the Gen Game Studio, I'm Kevin O'Rourke. Have a nice night. We'll see you next week.